questions come from Staggered, which I think is iamstaggered.com, and I really like this guy because he shows about wedding stuff from a male perspective, and a lot of us girls think that our guys actually don't really care, so it is really nice to see guys like him really getting into wedding planning and honeymoon planning as well. So
yeah, and he's hilarious. He's definitely follow iamstaggered on Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter, yeah. So his questions, so what did we do before? I think you should start.
This is the ultimate job, but for me I had my dream job working in London. We both lived and worked in London, but I was actually working in football. I worked for Manchester United, the soccer team, and that was something I really enjoyed and was passionate about, and they were kind enough to give me 6 months off to have this big trip and honeymoon experience.
Yeah, and I was working for a children's charity called Bernardo's, which is an amazing children's charity that helps young people all around the UK. It's also in Ireland, Canada, Australia as well. So, and I was working in the new media team, working on social media, the websites and things like that. So it was a really good experience for what I'm doing now. Actually, it really helped. So, funny story. I guess this is about the trip so far. What's been kind of the best experience and the worst experience? So I don't know. I didn't prepare anything.
One funny thing was, again, in Kenya, maybe when we were on safari, we had our little private jeep and we were driving around and we're like, oh, there's a lion. Oh, there's a lion, there's a lion. And we were suddenly surrounded by like 12 lions. Very, very, very close, like 1 metre away from the truck. And
all sleeping.
The guide was driving and he couldn't see. We were stood up in the jeep and he couldn't see the lions all around the truck, and we almost ran one over. And one started growling, like, Denise and I like, drive, because he could have easily, like in a second, just jumped and pounced right into our truck.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know if you have any more.
Worst, I don't know, I keep on saying this, but the worst thing for me is trying to resist all the amazing food that we're having. And, you know, this hotel is a perfect example. So, breakfast and dinner is provided and it's a complete buffet, so you can just eat as much as you want. And breakfast is fine for me, I'll have fruit, but at dinner there's just the dessert bar is like all these tiny little cakes and desserts, and they all look so harmless, but it's really hard to resist. So I know guys, you won't understand what I'm saying, but girls, you probably will. Can you imagine 6 months of eating dessert every single night? It's not good. So advice for people who are booking their honeymoons now.
I think, like I said before, so mix it up and try and get a variety of different experiences. Also think about the type of hotel that you want to go to. It's school holidays at the moment, so there could be lots of kids around, or you might be able to get an adult-only place, or again, find a resort with a lot of different water sports, or maybe you just want to sit out on the beach. So think about the type of experience that you want, and then pick the country and the resort on the basis of that.
Yeah, I also think it's worth booking off-season, because when we were in Mauritius and Zanzibar, it was winter, but it was still so warm for people like us who live in London, and so we could go in the sea, we could do whatever we wanted to, but like it's so much cheaper, so it's worth looking at off-peak.
Yeah. Oh, one final, I have to get a plug-in. If you're booking your honeymoon now, you have to go to runawayridingcrew.com.
Yeah, they put together really amazing packages, like really different to what you normally think about for a honeymoon, I think.
Hence they're sending us on horse riding for 10 days.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, sorry. Packing tips. Oh god, packing. So yeah, we've had suitcase each, but each flight has got really different weight restrictions. So we've had anything from 30 kilograms to 15 kilograms, and you know, we've discarded things along the way because we realised that we didn't need them. So I don't know, what do you think is like the best thing? One thing I'll say, for a girl, you need a sarong. I've done a post about this on the website, because you can use it for beach cover-up, you can use it if you're going into a church, you can use it like if you break your arm and you need a sling, like honestly you can use it for everything, so definitely pack like 1 or 2 good sarongs.
Yeah, and then a couple of good things rather than just lots of random t-shirts, lots of random shorts, like 2-3 pairs of stuff, be prepared for washing up while you're away if you're on a long honeymoon. It's better to pack light and buy a couple of things than take stuff that you're not going to wear.
Depends on the weather too, like I've gotten some really gorgeous dresses from people. Elizabeth and Claire have given me some beautiful formal dresses, and then Desi have given me this amazing convertible twist dress, and I've used it so many different ways on honeymoon. last question. Oh no, 2 more questions. So, what's the maximum length of a honeymoon? What is a good length for a honeymoon? And I would say ours was 3 weeks, including kind of 2 weddings, and that felt like the right length of time for us. It was like we didn't feel like we were rushed at all. We felt like we got a lot in. It was a really good holiday.
Yeah, I mean, and loving, obviously 2 months in, we still have 4 months left, so a 6-month honeymoon if you can get it.
6 months.
And I mean, 2 weeks most people do, but I think even if you are doing 2 weeks, you have to try and do it in 2 different places. Doing 2 weeks in one place, for us at least, would be a bit of a challenge. So moving around, change hotels, change cities.
Yeah,
2 to 3 weeks, I think would be great. Depends how much you can get off and how lenient your boss is.
Yeah, exactly. And then, can you have too much of a good thing? Are we sick of our jobs?
Well, the cool thing is we don't know where we're going next, so every trip is a surprise, everything's exciting and a new experience. One thing you can definitely have too much of is the crazy heat, so we're going to have to wrap this up because I'm getting very, very hot. But no, I think you can. It's not always, it's not all fun and games. We do have to work, we do have to vlog every day, we do have to spend 24 hours together, so we can argue a couple of times, but it is a great experience. We're very, very lucky. The final thing I think we have to do say is we are going back to Ireland for a couple of days, and Ireland's a fantastic place for your honeymoon, so definitely keep following us on thehoneymoontesters.com to find out where we're going next.
Yeah, and send your questions in because we'd love to answer them in our next tropical location. So that's us signing off.